everyone. It's Tamby here with Crystal Warrior Moon Goddess. There you go. It's been a long day. Did some self-care today, so that's why you see me wearing some makeup, and I curled my hair all nice. Just hiring those vibrations up. Okay, so today we're going to talk about something that I had recently learned about and that I want to put into my practice. If you see me looking down over here, it's because if you are current subscriber and you watch my videos, you know that sometimes when I've learned about topics, I will write them down so I'm not speaking and just rambling for hours. It helps keep the video a little bit shorter than it normally would be if I just word vomited everywhere. Okay, so to my understanding, an augury can mean anything for you. I'm wanting to do a video on augury. I hope I'm saying that right. But augury is something that I've heard people who are in the witch community or spirituality community, they do augury on New Year's. You can do as many days or hours or what that you want, but the normal amount of time is 12 days for the celebration of augury. And basically, and I wrote a little bit of short definitions for it, so I'll read it and I will try to look at you guys so it's not like I'm just really into my paper. Okay, so augury has to do with divination and reading objects like divination tools and stuff like that, seeing signs everywhere, that you're on your path or what's going to happen in your future, stuff like that. Also helping and making stuff happen that you want to happen within the year by doing smaller things that lead up to bigger things for manifestation purposes. So starting of the new year, you do manifestation techniques. You wear certain things that will attract what you want in life. So there's meaning for certain like animals and certain colors, certain shapes, stuff like that. And on here there's a little bit of green, and I have a green shirt on right now. So I'm trying to manifest money and abundance and happiness, stuff like that. I'm wearing the jewelry piece, not just because it has a little bit of green in it, but because it makes me feel happy. And when I wear jewelry and wear makeup and do my hair, it's self-care. When you are celebrating augury, you want to do a lot of self-care and to take care of yourself. That means your hygiene, waking up every morning, taking care of yourself. You know, even if you're like doing like OMED, which is 1 meal a day, it's intermittent fasting. I think I said intermediate fasting. And OMED is basically eating 1 meal a day, and that's it, and fasting the rest of the time and drinking water, unless you're a dry faster, I guess. But I would say that when you're doing the OMED, you should be drinking a lot of water. I plan to do OMED 1 meal a day for my celebration of augury because it helps detox the body and help with enlightenment and so many other things. And I really struggle with overeating, and I know that when I fast, I am better. So I feel better. And when you're detoxing your body, it's also making you healthier as a person. And I just want to be a healthier person. That is something that I want to manifest through this year, is being a healthy person. Let's see. I already said take care of yourself. And it's normally a 12-day celebration, but you don't have to do it for 12 days. You can do it longer, you can do it shorter. It's all up to your preference and how you celebrate, if you do celebrate augury. Augury is for celebrating, for being grateful and happy and appreciating, everything that the universe and God, your deities, whoever you worship, or your guides, your angels, your dragon guardians, whoever you follow, whatever that they have given you in this year, everything that was good for you, everything that you let go that was no longer serving you, stuff like that. The amount that I say in these videos can be turned into a drinking game, I swear. Every time I say take a shot. Sorry. So basically, augury is taking time to feel happy, feel gratitude, feel appreciative about everything that your deities and your gods have given you throughout the year. And you're actually technically supposed to appreciate and have gratitude all the time anyways. But during augury, it should be a time that you definitely do it. Kind of like to catch up all the times that you didn't. As often. I try to be as positive as possible. I really struggle sometimes because I struggle with motivation. I have a depression disorder. But the thing is that when it comes to diagnosis and disabilities and stuff like that, those do not define who you are. I want to get that out right now. If you start to allow that to define who you are, and you dumb yourself down, and you do not challenge yourself to be a better person, to be smarter, to do things you will be capable of doing, but you just have to give yourself a chance to even figure that out. So this is my first video on augury. And this is going to be the first time that I'm celebrating. I don't know if other people celebrate it on New Year, but I'm assuming, and that's what I was told. So that's what I'm going to do. But I want to do it for 12 days because I hold on to tradition, and it's important for me to do so, and it's been in history. People celebrate it for 12 days. I mean, not everybody, but most people who celebrate for 12 days. So that is the description of augury. And the first steps into celebrating augury is to make goals. Even if it's little goals that are helping you build up to the bigger and better goals that you want to complete throughout the whole year. Things that you want to do, things you want to say, things that you want to experience throughout the year. You want a new car, guess what? You're going to manifest that. If you think negative throughout that year, you're going to manifest all that negative stuff. If during augury you can't help but think negative all the time and you're not trying, you're going to literally manifest all that, and that's going to suck. And a lot of people just do not understand why they're having bad luck and all these things are happening to them, and they don't understand, like, why me? But the thing is that a lot of things that happen bad to people are normally lessons to build them into the person that they're supposed to be. On spiritual journeys, we never stop doing shadow work. We are constantly growing and evolving into the new best versions of ourselves. So we're going to constantly need to take care of ourselves spiritually, mentally, physically. And it's not going to stop. And a lot of people are like, well, then I don't want to be on the spiritual journey. But the thing is that a lot of people who are on a spiritual journey, they have better times on their spiritual journey. They have opportunities that pop out of the sky for them because they've worked for it. I know that when I've put like blood, sweat, and tears into something, and I'm so upset because it didn't work, and I was trying so hard, and to top it all off, I didn't get anything that I was trying to manifest because I wasn't working with my inner self. I wasn't doing any type of inner work to help me get to that, spot. I wasn't ready internally to do that. And then when I started to notice that issue, that I need to put inner work as well, not just outer work, not just fill out this paperwork, do this, do that, run everywhere. And, it's just that you need to do inner work as well. Meditating, deep breathing, shadow work, dealing with traumatizing stuff, dealing with heartbreak, dealing with releasing negative energies that no longer serve you for your new path. And I know that it's easier said than done. That's why it's called shadow work. Things that are very difficult that you need to get through, let it go and release. And I've done a lot of self-care. I've got a sage kit. I got bay leaves. I've been working really hard to internally, outwards, almost said outwardly, and that's not even a word, but I've been working with my inner self, my higher self, to work on being who I know I can be in my future. I can live my best life and not have to worry about anything. Worry and fear attracts negative energy. That's why there is a natural fear and stuff like that. But if you're always fearing, if you're always scared, or you're not comfortable of doing even the easiest thing possible, you never get out of your comfort zone, that is also damaging you as well and attracting negative energy. And if your aura and if your body is clogged with negative energy, there's no room for you to accept the opportunities and the manifestation and everything in your life. If you're clogged, you're not going to be able to do that. But if you are balanced, the flow of you inside and out is clear. Energies can flow better through your body and through your aura to be able to accept those opportunities, to be able to do these great things, to be able to manifest without struggling hard. It's normal to struggle a little bit, and if negative things happen, do not let that deter you, because it is a test from the universe to see how you handle it. And if you handle it correctly, you can move forward. All right. So I'm not going to tell you all my goals because, augury can be private for some people. And I just want to have a little part of me but I'm willing to share a little bit of my goals and how I'm setting them to be able to complete them, because I'm a list person. I write lists for everything, because if I don't, I'll forget. I keep that paper with me everywhere I go to keep me on track. So my main goals that I want to complete at the end of the year, throughout the year, is go to college. Get a car, because I currently walk and ride the bus. I mean, it's efficient, but I rather have a car so that I can be able to get everywhere without having to wait on anybody else but myself in traffic and gas. My next is be more independent, because this is my first time ever not really, like, I don't really connect with people anymore. And that's a good thing for me. A lot of people are like, oh, that doesn't seem healthy. But if you knew me back when, you know, from the very beginning, before I even did anything spiritual or even at the extent that I'm doing now, I had to have someone in my life. Regardless if it was a romantic or friend-wise, I would put all my effort to be a good friend to those people. And the only thing it did was hurt me, because a lot of those people were not very good people. They were energy vampires. And when I say energy vampires, that doesn't mean I'm against vampires. Okay, there's people who exchange, there's vampires who exchange energy willingly, and that's fine. But I don't really agree with energy vampires who are attacking people energetically and just robbing them of their energy without asking for permission. Even if they're doing it unknowingly, it's still something that you need to watch out for, protect yourself. You don't need you don't need any tools to protect yourself energetically. So basically that. Oh, I want to get more subscribers on YouTube. That is one of my other ones, and I made a goal exactly where I want to get at the end of the year. I take deep breaths to balance myself, especially when I get too excited or I get negative on myself, like, oh, I can't do that, you know, it's not possible, there's no way. If I keep telling myself that, I'm going to attract that stuff into my life, and I'm not going to be able to complete the stuff that I want to during augury if, you know, I think that way. So I balance myself out. I say my life quote that helps me be more positive, even if it's just in my head, and I'm deep breathing. Okay, so the way I set this up is those were my main goals to complete. There was more, but those are the ones I was willing to share with you guys to keep at least a little bit of it private. So when you have those big goals to complete during the year, there are certain steps that will get you there as well, because you're not going to, I mean, maybe like sometimes you can get it just by doing nothing and just believing it'll land in your lap, but don't believe it like that, okay? My curly Q is sticking up awkwardly, sorry. To get back on topic, I got distracted. So basically, when you want to complete bigger goals within the year, you're going to want to set smaller goals that will get you to that point. So when I said that I wanted to get a car, and this is a little embarrassing, but I have to be honest with you, okay? So you guys understand what I'm talking about. I said that I wanted to get a car. And for me to do that, I have to have my license to be able to drive the car. So my little goal for that is to get my license. My other one was go to college, which is one of my bigger goals. I wanted to go to college this year. And there is a program where I'm from at the college for me to, because I don't have my diploma. I dropped out way too early. Didn't know that they were going to, what is it called, graduate me anyways, and I was pregnant, and the sad thing is I lost my baby, and I was very young. I was 18, 19 years old, and I was dealing with my first full-on, I've had a breakup before, but I was very young, and I didn't understand, it hurt my feelings, but it wasn't like mascara dripping down my face, crying in my bed, not wanting to get up. I was like, yeah, that hurt my feelings. But my second boyfriend that I had, it was a little bit more serious, and I had lost my virginity, and that breakup was very, very hard. Very hard. I was crying all the time. I was very, very depressed. I didn't understand, and because of all the stress and stuff like that, I ended up miscarrying. And also I had to deal with his mother, which wasn't very nice. Yeah. So, back on topic. So, more subs on YouTube and my other platforms. That is my bigger goal for the end of the year. That step for my little goal to get me there would be filming more and posting more for YouTube. I really struggle with motivation. So this is going to be an awesome challenge that I'm going to be able to set for myself to be a better person and to get all these goals that I'm trying to accomplish. Motivation, I know, will probably kick my butt, but I will win. I will win. Hallelujah. So, sorry, that's my phone. Let me turn this off. Sorry. And I probably just made the weirdest face in the world. Sorry. So because I want to be a healthier person and a better person, and there's things that I want to complete, and I can't really complete them until I'm healthy. Like, I want to be able to go on runs and, be able to do hardcore workouts without having to take a break constantly. I want to be able to run marathons for charity and stuff like that. But I have to be a certain way to be able to do that, so I'm not having an asthma attack and dying. So, yeah. And my little goal for that is start working out again, because I was working out consistently and going on walks, but I kind of stopped doing that because of certain things and motivation, and I had people over that were actually a life lesson for me. So, it was ended positively, I guess, because I surprised myself and did something I never thought I would ever do, which is stick up for myself and put my foot down. When I say this, it means this. You respect me, you respect my place, and if you're not going to do that, then you can no longer be over and hanging out with me. I'm not going to help you, especially if you're not going to help yourself. I'm done with the old me. I'm a new person and a new me. I am going to stick up for myself, and I'm going to continue to do that. So the workouts and daily walks and trying to eat healthier. like my salads, like I was eating salad every day. I at least had 2 meals a day, and like maybe for breakfast I had a banana or something. But I made sure that I was taking my vitamins, and I was doing this and I was doing that. So I was really taking care of myself, but I need to get back on the bandwagon and continue to do that. So I have children. I am a single mom. I love my children to death. I would not ask for better children. And I'm not saying it's a piece of cake, but for me as a person, parenting just comes naturally. It's not hard for me. I have 2 boys. I love them worth everything. They're some of my motivations for me to become a better person. You know, yeah, I do it for myself too, but some of my reasons is because I want to be a role model for my kids. I have a 4-year-old and I have a 1-year-old, and they're the most amazing children. So my little goal is setting up my children's bedrooms and organizing and doing things, because right now my children's bedrooms are not put together at all. I need to get some stuff for them and set things up, so that's a goal. Oh, and I'm currently, I hate admitting this, but I'm currently married. I'm separated, and I've been separated for years. I just have never had time or the motivation to finish the divorce, because I was trying really hard to complete the divorce, but he was running, making things difficult, so I just gave up. And I wanted nothing to do with him in the first place, so I kind of just put it in the back of my mind and never thought about it again. But I need to finish the divorce. And so how I put the little goals is my first week, I'm going to start school to get my high set, like GD high set. Work on at least practicing for my driver's test and finishing my divorce. So that's going to be in the first week of augury that I am going to finish these goals that I've set for myself. Week 2, and I set these up for three things each week. Yeah, week 2 is private. I'm not going to bring that up. Week 3 is filming more, posting more for YouTube and like my other platforms, and working out and daily walks, staying consistent, and eating healthier. Yes. Yeah. So that's how I set up my goals, and then I set up a schedule for my augury celebration. So I want to start, because I want to start being more healthier, and I want to get up earlier and stuff like that. I set my resolution for during augury is to start waking up early, working on my sleep schedule. So waking up early, 6 a.m. Okay. Morning routine, everything that I normally do for my morning routines, including for augury, and I'm probably going to continue to do this, meditating for 5 minutes a day. The more I do it, I will higher it to longer. Let's see, reading, and I normally drink a bottle of water in the morning with my morning routine, so drinking my water and my tea, and then going on my daily workout and my daily walk. And for augury, I'm going to try my hardest not to get on my phone unless I am filming or writing my book on my computer. That's it. I don't want to go on internet for other things. And the reason why I'm cutting myself off from the internet and stuff is because the internet can be very negative about drama, cheating, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be a part of that for augury. I want to keep my levels as high as possible. And what I mean by levels is my energy. And I don't want to be influenced. And I want to be more positive and stuff like that. So that's why I'm cutting off phone and internet. Like, if someone calls me, like, I'm not going to ignore it. But I'm going to keep, or if I have to make an important phone call, I will, but I'm not going to use the internet. I'm not going to look at the news. I'm not going to read a newspaper. I am going to read inspirational stuff and stuff like that. Write my book. 1 meal a day, which is OMED. I want to do OMED for augury schedule. Manifestation techniques. So scripting, manifestation with wardrobe and colors, and painting my nails a special color to the things I'm trying to manifest, wearing certain eye makeup that saying that I want to manifest this, doing my hair into a certain way, self-care, doing things I know will manifest things to me, being more positive, changing my mindset, doing my other goals that I've set for that. Oh, I forgot. This is along with manifestation techniques. So this is my manifestation journal. I absolutely like it. Basically the front has mountains on it, and it says, "Not all who wander are lost." I like that. So basically what I do is every time I want to manifest, I will get into my journal and I will write the dates, and I will write as if I have all these things that I want to manifest. And at times I might do a little petition, like a thank you letter. I do petition, but I also do a thank you letter to the universe and God and my guardian angels for bringing everything that they did to me, and bringing and writing as if I have these things. So if I'm trying to manifest a car, what I'm going to say is, thank you, God, thank you, universe, thank you, guardian angels, for giving me this car, and explain what your car looks like the car that you plan to get or want, and say what it smells like. Use your 5 senses to write this. But when you're scripting, you have to believe it in your heart that you have this. So if you're trying to manifest love, okay, you just have to work, and I recommend you work with your heart chakra while you're doing this as well. So when you're trying to manifest love, you want to feel love in your heart. You want to imagine this happy life with this person and the love that you feel and stuff, especially when you're trying to manifest an ex back. If he's supposed to come back, he will, or he or she. I don't really believe in genders, so I just pop off any gender. So if they're meant to come back, then you can manifest them. But I feel like people are in your life for a reason, regardless if it's a lesson or for happiness or abundance or whatever. People are in your life for a reason, and when they leave your life, if they never come back, they no longer served you anymore. And it's not an energy that you should be mixing with. But I know how hard that is. You love someone so much and it hurts. I get it. But if they never come back and they're never genuine, then it's not meant to be. And that the universe gave you a tower moment for a reason. You know, you're moving on to bigger and better things, and they were staying in the energy, and you're leveling up. You're having a higher energy, and don't fight the process. If you fight it, it's going to take a lot longer for you to get anything that you want. I swear to it. I fought it for 5 freaking years, and all I had was crap. But the minute I started embracing myself, being positive, rejoicing, feeling gratitude and happiness, and started manifesting and following my life path, that's when I started to get opportunities, and I started to feel happy and clear-minded and not so clogged. Okay, so the next is, obviously, I want a film schedule to keep on filming. Because I was filming 1 time a week. And then every once in a while I would post extra videos, stuff like that. And then I just stopped posting for like 4 weeks straight. And I had recently filmed a video yesterday, I think it was, and posted it. I think it was my J-Lo video. Getting to meet J-Lo over Zoom. I was one of the 1,000 that answered immediately, so I was able to get into a Zoom chat with J-Lo, and we all got to speak to her and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. And then at night, I want to do my night routine and reading, writing, meditating, and going to bed by 8 p.m. So this is part of my augury schedule. And I know the name augury sounds really odd. I'm not the one that said it, but it sounds pretty cool and legit. So there are manifestation techniques, not just scripting, but there are some reasons why you might be struggling to manifest things. And this video is going to be kind of long anyways. I tried not to have it that long, but that's what just happened. So basically, if you're noticing that your manifestations aren't coming, maybe maybe it's just going to take longer and you got to be patient, because being patient is very important, and being positive, stuff like that. And just because you think one negative thought doesn't mean you ruin it. You just immediately replace the negative thought with a positive thought, or a positive quote that you made, or a life quote that you created to help yourself be positive, that will help you believe what you're trying to manifest. So if you realize that you are really struggling to get your manifestations, look at the area around you. Who are you hanging out with? Do they have a lower energy? Are they negative? Or are they on drugs? And I'm not talking about weed. Weed is not a drug, it's an herb. But if someone's on drugs and they're not helping themselves or allowing people to help them, if you hang out with people who just talk a lot of smack all the time and start rumors and, just are not very good people, or people who are bullies and they're mean to other people, that is going to affect your energy, and it's going to put blockages in your aura and in your body to the point where you have no room to accept new opportunities and the things that you're trying to manifest. Another reason is your area around you is a mirror to your subconscious. So if your subconscious is very cluttered, you're not going to be able to manifest appropriately because it's clogged. If a river or a lake is clogged, it's not going to be able to flow properly. Or a pond or whatever, a waterfall, whatever you want to envision into that scenario. But if you're living in an environment that is very cluttered, very dirty, very gross, if you're on the episode of Hoarders, that can affect your manifestation. It can affect your mental health. If you have clothes everywhere, if you have trash everywhere, if you're not living clean, it's a mirror to your subconscious. It means that your subconscious is blocked. And some people don't even realize they're living like that. They are unaware, or they might be aware, but they're maybe so depressed that they don't care, or they're too lazy, they don't care. But really, it's what affects your mental health and causes depression and does not allow the energies to flow properly. So the best way to deal with that is to clean up and to take care of yourself, do self-care, so that you can open up the clogged areas to be able to accept divine guidance, divine help, opportunities, whatever you're trying to manifest. So, yeah. And augury this is my first time ever celebrating augury. I think it's perfect. I think it's a good thing to celebrate and get behind. And I really don't want to hear negative things in the comments being like, that's from the devil, my God, it's demonic. Because it's not. Someone being positive and feeling good, and they didn't have to feel good from drugs. They're feeling good just because they're being kind to themselves and manifesting good things in their life. How is that demonic? Like, I know that a lot of, and I've told people I do manifestation and I'm spiritual and I do this and I do that, and they immediately throw in my face that that's the demonic card. It's so demonic and brr. Like, I get it. Some things are really demonic and evil. But positivity? Wanting to attract more positivity in your life? That sounds nothing like demonic at all. Sounds nothing like that. So, I don't want to hear that in the comments. Like, I don't want to hear the energy vampires in the freaking comments trying to lower people's energies and hurt people. I don't want to hear that shit. And, I'm LGBTQ positive. I'm for that crap. I don't want to hear negative crap in the comments either. Like, I stand for Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. I want people to be themselves in their best way. Like, the only thing is different is, like, please don't be a serial killer, or please don't be a child molester. Like, no, that is something I will never forgive. That's disgusting. So, be more positive. Give good vibes, share good vibes, share good energy, and I'm going to share a tip on how to protect yourself from negative energy if you feel scared, whatever the thing is. Okay, what I do is if I feel something, this even has to do with like ghosts as well. If you believe in that, I definitely do, because it's very, very real. I'm a medium myself. And side note, never tell a freaking therapist or a doctor that you see ghosts or you connect with ghosts spiritually and energetically. Just don't. They will diagnose you with schizophrenia and say that you are having delusions because they're unbelievers. They don't think outside the box. They are very closed-minded. So I thought to warn you before you make that mistake. Yeah, a lot of people, even in the beginning of their spiritual journey, they know that. And they're like, yeah, I know that, like, we're not stupid. But I've made that mistake. So I thought to just be beginner friendly and just warn people about that. But here's a tip on how to protect yourself. So what I do is I go to meditation. And you can meditate anywhere, but you can deep breathe and just think about a big, bright light that radiates all over your body. And think of it as protection. Think about it as a forest field that is protecting you Feel the energy radiate throughout your whole entire body. It can feel like pressure. It can feel like vibration or static. It can feel like a different temperature, like really, really cold or really, really hot. And just deep breathe, sit up straight, do some meditating, think positive. Don't think negative while you're doing this at all. And envision, see yourself sitting there. And envision this white light going around you and coming out and getting larger and larger and larger, like it's going around your house, going around your apartment. And then just envision it getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where you start to see the earth in space. And continue to deep breathe, continue to think positive, and think about that big white light force field going over the earth and exploding into space. That's what I do to help myself. And also, if you want a little bit of an umph, you can ask Angel Michael to protect you, because he's an archangel and he will protect you. And Angel Michael is, I've been asking for Angel Michael's assistance before I got super serious with my spirituality and who I was. And even when I was a homeless female, and it's very difficult being young and a homeless female because you become a target. And and this is very private, if sexual assault, is something that triggers you, like, you can get off right now, it's fine. Or fast forward it. But I was getting sexually assaulted a lot and stalked by random people I didn't even know. I'd be walking down the street because I had nothing else to do. And, I couldn't really go and hang out anywhere because that would be loitering. So I literally had to walk around town. And I remember I was in this dark street and I was being followed by this man. And at first I didn't assume anything of it. But I started trying to speed up to kind of lose him. And then he started speeding up too. And then I practically started running, and I ran across the parking lot and ran down the street, and he was following me everywhere I was going. Even across the parking lot, down the street, down another street, so that I could get to this one bar that was open. And I had ran into the bar. And as I was getting into the bar, he paused like this, and he turned around and ran the other direction. He was like, shit, and ran the other direction. And I had to ask the bar if I could stay there for 10-15 minutes or something so that I didn't get abducted or assaulted again. And they said yeah, and asked me if I needed to use the phone to call 911, and I said no, because the Missoula police don't take me seriously. I got assaulted so many times in Missoula that the police didn't take me seriously. Even though the past couple times that they did the kit on me, it came up positive every freaking time. But they just were like, Tambi, you've been assaulted 3 times this week. You know how hard it is to believe you after you've been assaulted 3 times this week? And I was like, I know what it sounds like. But I'm like a 19-year-old female. I'm a 20-year-old female. I'm a young female being homeless. And young, freaking, even old, but nasty perverts who want to take advantage of people. I have no control over them. And yes, there were times where I've put myself in that situation without thinking. Because I was trying to survive. And I was assaulted by a man in his apartment. And he stole my phone in the process. And I had no idea until I had ran out of the building. But yeah, more positive things because it is augury. It's augury celebration, and I just have so much gratitude that I'm no longer in those situations anymore, and it's a very positive experience for me now. If I do readings, and it will also give me something to do during the celebration of augury for the 12 days. So I'm not trying to go online and do things that I know I'm not supposed to do during augury. So if you guys want readings, I am for it. I currently just got done with a reading for someone. I have my cards currently out. It's my tarot cards. If you are, and I also do oracle and tarot and intuitive clairvoyant reading, stuff like that. So if you're interested in getting a reading, message me on Instagram, which is Tambi Masom on Instagram, which is TAMBI Masom, MASOM, and I'll put it in the description box below. And my Facebook is also the same name as my Instagram. So if you are wanting a reading, I normally charge $5 per reading. I might even do monthly packages for you to get unlimited stuff, and it's only $25 for unlimited readings for the whole month. So if you're interested in that, just get a hold of me on my social medias, and I'll be very much happy to help and assist you. Let's see. I'm a person who does not charge a whole lot for my readings because, and I take donations too, but I normally do mine for free sometimes, but it takes a lot of energy, so that's why I charge a little bit. But the reason why I don't do it as much as most people who sell their services, spiritual services, do, like people do one reading for like $45, $50, $100. And I'm just not okay with that. I'm an empath. And I feel like that's targeting the struggling. The most people who ask for readings are people who are at loss, or who are scared, or who can't make a decision and they don't know what to do. I feel like it's targeting the struggling. And to charge that amount is insane. And as an empath and as a real spiritual worker, I put myself in their shoes, even though I've been in their shoes multiple times, at least half of my life or more of my life. I've been in that situation. And most people are probably even dealing with financial difficulties, and they can't afford $40, $50, $100 for a reading, like where they can just learn it and do it themselves. So what I do is I charge less. And I don't expect too much. And I don't always charge. Sometimes I do it for free. But I've been doing it for free a lot. So I need to cut back because it does take a lot of energy out of me. And it does make me tired. So that's another reason why I charge. But hey, if you're a current customer, you might get a free reading out of me. But yeah. So that is where I stand, and if you're interested in reading, just get a hold of me. Please like and share and subscribe my video to see more videos like this, and I will be doing more videos on my spiritual journey, the things that I'm doing, like my new, my new thing that I'm adding to my spirituality is something called Ramadan. It's, I think, a Muslim tradition, but there are people who are not Muslim who celebrate Ramadan, and it's basically just dry fasting, meditation, positivity, and gratitude. For a certain amount of time, you do this. So I'm going to be adding this to my practice to help grow into my spirituality. If you want to see that video, just subscribe and like my channel, and liking and subscribing to my channel actually shares it to other people who would like to learn about my videos. So that's another reason why I ask you to like and to subscribe. Yeah, so thank you for watching my video, and I will see you next time. Bye!